بالله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على النور الأول في العدد، العبد المؤيد، الرسول المسدد، المحمود الأحمد، المصطفى الأمجد، أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم وأهلك عدوهم أجمعين، وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين المنتجبين المنتخبين الذين هم محل معرفة الله وأدلة على الله وباب الله منه يؤتى، الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. ولعنة الله على أعدائهم وغاصب حقوقهم ومنكر فضائلهم ومصائبهم وولايتهم وعطشهم أجمعين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في الفرقان الحميد والقرآن المجيد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وفديناه بذبح عظيم. صلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم وأهلك عدوهم أجمعين. Respected Azadars, brothers and sisters, may Allah bless you for holding the Majlis of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam, holding the Majlis of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam, participating in the Majlis and making Sabil for Imam Hussain alayhi salam, making Alam of Mawla Abbas, having Shabi of Suljana, and doing all other activities in the Azadari of Abu Abdullah al-Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam. This is definitely a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, without which it is not possible for any person to do it on his own and then continue the same thing over 1400 years and all the generations one after the other, mourning Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam in the same way, or rather in a better way, and more every year. We see that wherever you start Majlis, wherever you do zikr of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam, we see that every year the crowd increases. There are more people attracted towards the zikr of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam. But at the same time, there are people who try to capture the pulpit, and there are people who have been doing this in the history, like Banu Abbas. They said that we are going to take revenge of Karbala, and actually their intention was to have their own political government. In the same way, we see that in the modern world today, nowadays, you know what is going on. The political mullahs have captured most of the pulpit of Shia Imam Bargas and Shia mosques. Not only that, but we also see many righteous khutaba, righteous orators, that even they have started praising the political mullah Khamenei from their pulpit. We see in the city like Lucknow, where they are not supposed to do all these things, but unfortunately, even they are doing it. What is the reason? It's very simple. They have not understood that whatever the political mullah is doing, even if you see that this political war which was there, even if you are thinking that the war is going on against Israel or the Jews, or it is going on with America, with Trump and all that, still it does not justify. Why? Because in the major occultation, you are not supposed to wage war against anybody for that matter. If they are oppressors, let them live their own life and let them do what they want to do, because Allah is there to take account of everybody. And those who are praising Khamenei, whether they are paid by Khamenei or not paid by Khamenei, or whether they are confused people, they have not understood the purpose of Karbala in the real sense. Otherwise, they would not remember Karbala with these type of zikr that they are mixing in the zikr, pure zikr of Holy Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam. Our topic is, what is the purpose of Karbala? And I have been explaining to you in the last two majalis that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created this whole universe for a purpose. If we understand what is the purpose of creation, we will also understand what is the purpose of Karbala. And inshallah, we'll deal with it, but that we will spread in other remaining majalis. Yesterday, I mentioned that there is a letter of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, which he wrote to his brother Muhammad ibn Hanafiya. And Muhammad ibn Hanafiya is, of course, the son of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam. In that letter, Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam has clearly said, Inni lam akhruj ashiram wala batira wala mufsidam wala zalima wa innama kharajtu li talabil islahi fi ummati jaddi an amura bil ma'ruf wa anha anil munkar wa asiru bi sirat jaddi wa abi Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. You can hear the dogs barking, just like the dogs of Khamenei who are barking on our pulpit. But these dogs, they are barking and they'll not be punished for this. But those dogs who are barking on the pulpit for supporting Khamenei, they will definitely be punished. And whosoever is supporting them, they will go to hell. Anyways, this letter of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, in which he has said, Inni lam akhruj ashiram wala batara. It means I have not come out of Medina. Now this word khuruj is misused over here. And they are using that this word khuruj means Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam did khuruj against Yazid. And Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, khuruj means qiyam. And Imam Hussain alayhi salam actually, it shows that he did rise against Yazid, and we should also rise against the oppressors. My question is very simple. Imam Hussain alayhi salam himself decided to leave Medina, or there was a letter sent by Yazid to Walid that take the bayat from Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, otherwise he said that he is ordered to kill. And Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam went to Walid in his court and said, I will reply about this. And he replied and he said, I am not going to do bayat of Yazid. And it is also mentioned in the history that Imam Hussain Islam clearly said, Misli la yubayi'u mislah, that a person like me, the divinely appointed Imam like me, is not going to do bayat of Yazid. Now, Misli la yubayi'u mislah is also misquoted by the barking dogs of Khamenei. These political mullahs, they say, Misli la yubayi'u mislah means Khamenei is like Imam Hussain salatu wasalam, na'udhu billah, so he's also not going to do bayat. Who is asking bayat from him? Did Trump or Netanyahu or Israel or any other country did ask for bayat? He's already in the bayat of Russia and China. He's already in the bayat of other countries for the help. Anyway, I do not want to go completely into that topic so that we understand the main topic, what is the purpose of Karbala. This misquotation that is there, that Nauzubillah, Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, he did rise and actually he wanted to form a government in which he wanted to have the rule of justice, the divine justice. If Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam wanted to do this, nobody could stop him. Because وَمَا تَشَاءُونَ إِلَّا إِنْ يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would definitely support Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam with the angels. And Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam himself had the full control on the angels, on the jinnat, on the prophets, and they came to support Imam Hussain. Imam said, no, I don't want your support here. And when he said, Hal min nasirin yansuruna, he said, I am saying this for the Shias to come. And what is their duty? How will they do Nusrat of Imam Hussain? How they will support Imam Hussain is by protecting the cause for which he gave everything, for which the supreme sacrifice happened. So Imam Hussain ﷺ, the word khuruj here is not for qiyam. The word khuruj here, he came out from Medina. And he's explaining that I have not come out from Medina. For example, if you use for a person, that a person came out from his house, you will say, kharaja min bayti. He came out from his house. So it's very important that we should understand what is the purpose of the khuruj of Imam Hussain ﷺ from Medina. The purpose of Imam Hussain ﷺ and khuruj of Imam Hussain ﷺ from Medina is explained by himself. He says, Inni lam akhruj ashiram wala batara. I have not come out in the spirit of insolence or in arrogance. Wala mufsidam wala zalima. And not to instigate any kind of corruption and not to oppress anybody. Innama kharajtu litalabil islahi fi ummati jaddi. I have come out to reform the ummah. Do kind of reformation was required. What kind of reformation? As I discussed yesterday, the reformation was required in the matter of deviation. What was that deviation? The deviation was from Ghadir. So Imam Hussain ﷺ came out for the reform so that people may come back to the origin, come back to the epicenter of Islam. That is Aliyun Waliullah. That is Ghadir. And it was very clear that people were deviated because they betrayed Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam. And they had pledged, but they just forgot that. And they just dumped it. That's why it's very clear if you see the history and if you see this letter of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam, he's using the word Islah. So how can you translate Islah on your own and say this Islah is for namaz and this Islah is for roza, for salat and for Saum and for the Hajj and for zakat and other things? Of course, there was a lot of corruption. Of course, Yazid was ruling on almost, you can say, in the present global scenario, if you take around 50, 60 countries, around 50, 55, 60 countries, he was having such a big rule. Of course, he had said certain things regarding not punishing people for drinking wine and not having so many other things, so many other laws that were there. But that was not the main thing. He did not stop people from Saum and Salat and Hajj. Of course, he used to not pray and used to not fast and used to do a lot of evil things. But there were many evil Muslim rulers. It's not only the evil character of Yazid. If Imam Hussain ﷺ had to improvise the evil character of Yazid, the character of Ahlul Bayt is like that he would go or he would write a letter to him that these things are done wrongly by you and you should not continue this. But the history does not show this. The history says that Imam Hussain ﷺ was asked for allegiance, for bay'ah. And bay'ah, if you go to see the root word, you will understand the whole concept. What is the root word of bay'ah? It is ba'a, means to sell oneself. Imam said, I'm not going to sell myself to a person who is not appointed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if Imam says that a person like me, a divinely appointed Imam like me, the leader of the youths of paradise like me, the holy personality like me, will never do allegiance of a person like you. This also replies for the people who say that Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam did bayat of so and so. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam rejected that concept. And Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, when he said that I have not come out for any of these things. He clearly mentions, has he used the word that I have come out to topple the government of Yazid and have the rule of justice and form a government? Show me one weak narration like that. Then there'll be no argument. There is no such mention from any of the members of the Holy Family, of the family of Nur of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam, Nurullah. No, none of them have mentioned. So these so-called scholars, these so-called pseudo-intellectuals, I don't know where they come from, where they bring these references from, where they bring these ideas from, which is not from Quran, which is not from Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. When Quran is calling Karbala to be the supreme sacrifice, it means it was for the sacrifice. It was not to form a divine government. So why the political mullahs nowadays are saying that that was the purpose of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam? So Khomeini and Khamenei, they also had the same purpose. Na'udhu billah, na'udhu billah, na'udhu billah. May Allah curse both of them and all of those people who try to change the purpose of Karbala. Imagine that a divine personality like Imam Hussain alayhi salam sacrifices everything for a cause, and then some fallible people come out and speak nonsense and try to change the purpose of Karbala. The first duty of every Shia is to condemn such people who try to change the purpose of Karbala. Purpose of Karbala was Aliyun Waliullah, and we'll prove in all these majalis. Now Imam has clearly said that I have not come out for these things. This reform was to bring people back to Ghadir. Islah, how can you say Islah was required only in Salat and Saum and Ibadat and other things? What was the main thing? Now, let me explain to you from the other ahadith as well. There are lots of ahadiths which say, and in my Urdu Majlis, I have explained it today, that every deed, whether it is Salat, which is, as per the hadith, as-salatu umud ad-din, in qubilat qubila ma siwaha, wa in ruddat rudda ma siwaha. People quote this hadith from Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, but they do not realize that this hadith also shows the greatness of wilayat, the greatness of Aliyun Waliullah. How? What did Imam say? Salat is the pillar of religion, umud ad-din. Yeah. Then Imam says, in qubilat qubila ma siwa, when it is the pillar of religion, it should be accepted. He says, if this is accepted, if there is there, the condition is there. So what is the condition of acceptance of prayers? What is the condition on which Salat is accepted? How Allah accepts Salat? If I have prayed, He should accept. If anybody prays, He should accept. If he does correct wuzu and he prays in the way Muhammad and Ali Muhammad alayhi salam have taught, then it should be accepted. Why there is a condition if it is accepted? In qubilat, if this is accepted. Qubila ma siwaha, then everything else will be accepted. So, very nice quotation from Ahlul Bayt, which Mullah is giving to prove the greatness of Salat, but actually this proves the greatness of Wilayat of Mawla Ali alayhi salatu wasalam. How? Because he says that if Salat is accepted, then everything else will be accepted. Okay, agreed. But how will Salat be accepted? Ask any of the so-called jurists now that he should quote one verse or one hadith which proves that how the Salat will be accepted. Even if you pray perfectly, even if your wuzu is perfect, even if your different acts of Salat, Arkanus Salat are perfect, still, there is no guarantee of acceptance. How will this be accepted? And who's going to tell you? Either Allah is going to tell you, or the Holy Prophet is going to tell you, or Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam is going to tell you. I challenge everybody who studies in Najaf, or studies in Qum, or studies in Mashhad, or studies in Lebanon, or studies in Syria, or studies in India and Pakistan. They think they know a lot. Then show me one hadith which shows how will Salat be accepted. No one has a proof. Because if he says things on his own, He's a fallible person. Whether he is followed by millions of people, still fallible is a fallible. We need divine proof, because the religion is divine. Islam is not made by people. So they cannot make any law for the acceptance of salat. How will salat be accepted? Nobody can tell you. But the one who has been given title Zainul Abidin. The one who is given title Sayyidus Sajidin. The leader of all the prostrate. All the prostrators. All those who are doing sajda. Only he can tell you that how salat will be accepted. So let's ask Imam Sajjad. Oh Imam Sajjad, how will salat be accepted? And somebody asked him straight away that what is niyat, what is takbir, what is qira'at, what is ruku, what is sujood. Everything was explained by Imam. And in the end he said, oh Imam, what is the thing by which our prayers will be accepted? Imam clearly replied, there is no ambiguity in this, clearly replied. He said, Bivalayatina wal bara'atu min a'da'ina. Salat will be accepted by our vilayat. That's why we insist on vilayat. So if you are saying that the purpose of Karbala was salat, but salat will not be accepted unless there is vilayat. So again we come back to the same conclusion, that the purpose of Karbala, if it is salat, the salat will not be accepted unless there is vilayat. So it means purpose of Karbala is Aliyun Waliyullah, straight away. The army of Yazid was also performing salat, but there was no vilayat in that. The army of Yazid was also saying azan and aqama, but there was no Aliyun Waliyullah in that. But the army of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam, the holy army of 72, there was Aliyun Waliyullah, there was vilayat there. There was vilayat of Holy Prophet, vilayat of Allah, vilayat of Holy Prophet, vilayat of Mawla Ali, vilayat of Hazrat Fatima Zahra salawatullah salamullah alayha, vilayat of Imam Hussain, vilayat of Imam Hussain. They were believing in all that. And vilayat of the other imams to come. Vilayat of 4th Imam who was present in Karbala, vilayat of 5th Imam who was present in Karbala, and vilayat of other imams to come. And salat is accepted only by vilayat. Anyway, so the reform was required, that people come back to vilayat of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. Oh, I say, how? And I explained in the first majlis, and also repeated that in the second one, that vilayat is such a crucial matter, that somebody asked the 4th Imam, the same Imam, Sayyidus Sajidin, Zainul Abidin, alayhi salatu wassalam. Say aloud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. 4th Imam. He was asked that why did Allah create us? So he said, for Jannah. You are created for Jannah. Allah created His creation for Jannah. The person was surprised. And he said, why did Allah create the hell then? So then Imam said, He created the hell because there is a condition for Jannah. And what is that condition? Our vilayat. He says that my Jad has said, and there is hadith Qudsi also, there are hadith from Imma, there are hadith from Holy Prophet, which says, Lavijtama an-nasu. In other hadiths, the words are, Lavijtama al-khalaiqu. Ala walayati Ali ibn Abi Talib, lama khalaqallahu an-nar. Again we come back to the main purpose. If the purpose of creation of Jannah, if we are created for Jannah, and condition for Jannah, going to Jannah, is vilayat, and those who rejected vilayat, for them the hell is created, then it's very clear that Imam wanted the reform in the matter of vilayat. And he wanted people to go to Jannah and not to go to hell by following Yazid. It's very simple. But still, what did Imam say? وَإِنَّمَا خَرَجْتُ لِطَلَبِ الْإِصْلَاحِ فِي أُمَّةِ جَدِّي. I have come out to reform the nation of my grandfather. Okay? Asiro besirate jaddi. I am going to follow the footsteps of my grandfather. I am going to follow his seerah. What was the seerah of Holy Prophet? Was it only salat, saum, hajj, zakat, this, that? What was his main seerah in Ghadir? That Allah told him that if you have not conveyed this, nothing has been conveyed. There is no use of anything, including Tawheed, including Risalat, including La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Allah says, وَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَتَهُ. If you have not conveyed this, you have not conveyed anything. And after conveying Aliyun Waliullah, then Allah said, Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-islam adina. It means, again, the focal point in religion, the epicenter, from Ghadir, it is well known to everyone. From Quran it is proven, from Hadith Qudsi it is proven, and from Hadith of Holy Prophet and his holy progeny it is proven, alayhi salatu wasalam, that actual purpose of our creation as well as the purpose of Karbala was Aliyun Waliullah. And the Sirat of Holy Prophet is to always highlight Vilayat, always highlight Aliyun Waliullah, because of his Saum will be accepted, Salat will be accepted, Hajj will be accepted, charities will be accepted, everything else will be accepted. So Islam is the whole package, it's not one thing. Let me give you an example. If you see, even in the Hadith, Holy Prophet said that as-salatu qurratu aini. Okay? And in some other ahadith, various deeds have been mentioned various ways. Let's see, the whole of Islam is a body. But that body will be living only if there is soul of Aliyun Waliullah in that. If there is no soul of Aliyun Waliullah in that, it is like a dead body. The Salat will be dead, Saum will be dead, Hajj will be dead. All other acts of worship, tijara, buy, everything will be giving rights to people, rights of relatives, helping orphan, helping widow, all that, but will not be accepted. Why? Because when we ask that, what about the atheist, what about the polytheist, what about those who reject Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Holy Prophet, and still they do charity, and still they help orphan, still they help widows, then what? What will they get? So what do you come out with? The same scholars, they will say, well, their punishment will be reduced, but still they will go to hell. So it means it will not benefit them actually. Without Aliyun Waliullah, there is nothing. It is the purpose of your creation. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said Aliyun Waliullah is Nabai Azim. It is the greatest news that Allah has ever sent. This is, because of this Nabai Azim, Naba, the root word of Nubuwat is Naba. So every Nabi is the one who's got Naba. But if he is not conveying the Nabai Azim, he is not a Nabi. So it means the purpose of all the Nabi. Now again, here when you recite Ziyarat, when we ask, why you are saying that the purpose of Karbala is Salat and Saum and this and that, and Zakat? So they say that in Ziyarat we recite, قَدْ أَقَمْتَ الصَّلَاةِ أَشْهَدُ أَنَّكَ قَدْ أَقَمْتَ الصَّلَاةِ. I bear witness that you establish the prayers. وَآتَيْتَ الزَّكَاةِ, and you give the zakat. وَأَمَرْتَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ, and you order for the ma'ruf. Inshallah, we'll discuss what is ma'ruf. Isn't it? So the question is very important. Before this sentence, there are other sentences, isn't it? Don't we say, Assalamu alayka ya warisa Adam asafatillah? So who was Adam? Nabi. Then we mention Hazrat Nuh. Then we mention Hazrat Ibrahim. Then we mention Hazrat Musa. We mention Hazrat Isa. Imam Hussain is the waris of all this Nabi. So what was the Naba with these Nabi? The Naba was Nabai Azim. There were other things. There were other things of Sharia. But what was the greatest news? What was Nabai Azim with all the Nabi? Without which their Nabuwat was not accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or He would not have appointed them as Nabi. Ma ba'asallahu nabiyan qattun illa bi wilayati amiril mu'minin. There is a direct hadith about this. that Allah has never ever appointed any Nabi, but because of the wilayat of Mawla Ali alayhi salatu wasalam. Aliyun Waliullah again. So it's proven even from ziyarat, if they try to pick and choose and mislead you all, mislead the masses, and try to change the purpose of Karbala. Of course, this is the act of Satan, in the form of jinn or in the form of human being, in the form of normal human being or in the form of your friend or in the form of your family member or in the form of a scholar. They are diverting you from the actual purpose of Karbala. So that when you go to Karbala and you do not have marifat, even you have gone over there and still you will not get anything. Because there is a condition for ziyarat. What is the condition? Marifat. You have to do ziyarat with marifat. But if you don't understand what is the purpose of Karbala, if you say it's humanity, if you say it's protecting salat and som and zakat and this and that, if you say it is for a political reason, and Imam Hussain ﷺ waged war against Yazid, or he did rise to establish a divine government, but that was not the purpose of Karbala. It was for supreme sacrifice to protect Aliyun Waliullah and bring back the nation to Aliyun Waliullah, which required the great sacrifice. Allahu Akbar. It is a zulm on Imam Hussain ﷺ, which these political scholars are doing. It is zulm on Imam Hussain ﷺ, which some of the orators who are apparently believing in wilayat, who are apparently since many years reciting only about wilayat and tabarra, and they are doing proper azadari. But even they are confused nowadays. I request them to rethink about what they are doing. You are misleading the masses. Whether you are in Lucknow or you are in Karachi or you are in UK or USA or Australia or wherever. Even in Karbala and Najaf, if you are praising the political scholars in the Majlis of Imam Hussain ﷺ, you are diverting people from the actual purpose of Karbala. You have to understand what is the purpose, what is the goal, what is the aim. Aliyun Waliullah. Imam Hussain ﷺ gave everything for Aliyun Waliullah. Is it not zulm on Imam Hussain? Is it not zulm on Hazrat Ali Asghar? Is it not zulm on Hazrat Ali Akbar? Is it not zulm on Hazrat Qasim? Is it not zulm on Hazrat Abul Fazl Abbas? Is it not zulm on Hazrat Zainab al-Kubra and Hazrat Zainab al-Sughra that you change the purpose of Karbala? You change their message. You do not have right to be on the pulpit if you change the message. And those who are Maulai and they think, and they told me that you should recite everything but not these matters, they should also rethink that you are stopping people from understanding their duty in the major occultation. It is duty of every trustee of every Imam Bargah to convey the actual purpose of Karbala. It is your duty to take a stand and speak out against those who have changed the purpose of Karbala. If you don't speak that, then you will also be accountable for youths being misled, for Maulais being misled, for Azadars of Imam Hussain ﷺ being misled. They do not come because of your face value. They do not come because you are the trustee. They come for Imam Hussain. When they come for Imam Hussain, you have to actually convey, you have to be bold enough to convey the actual message. Because this is not our house. This is, even in the house we can't do things that we want to do. Allah has already given us the laws and we have to follow that. So Imam Bargah is not our house. It's the house of Imam Hussain ﷺ, is the house, is the Shabi of Karbala. So in that you have to take a stand and speak and be bold enough to have a movement against those who are trying to change the purpose of Karbala and support those who speak the truth. Stand with those who speak the truth for the sake of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Imam Hussain alayhi salam came to Karbala, and when he was there in Karbala, Hazrat Zainab al-Kubra salawatullah wa salamullah alayha was always weeping and crying and saying, "Oh Allah, there is nobody to support my brother Hussein. He is divinely appointed Imam by you. You have made him the leader of the youths of paradise. Oh Allah, there is no one to support him except few people. Oh Allah, every time I hear about army of Yazid gathering in more and more numbers, and I don't hear anybody coming for Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam." Hazrat Fizza said, "Oh, my queen, oh, my holy queen, actually today someone has come for Imam Hussain." You know who was that? A friend of Imam Hussain. All of you have heard this. The Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam wrote a letter and mentioned in that, "Min Hussain ibn Ali alayhi salatu wasalam ila rajul al-faqih." That I am sending this letter, Hussain ibn Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, I am sending this to a man who is a faqih. So the faqih is the one who will do nusrat of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam and not change the purpose of Karbala and not keep quiet in the matter of nusrat of Imam Hussain. That had reached to Habib ibn Mazahir while he was having his lunch. He wrote the letter. The wife asked, "Oh Habib, what is written in the letter, and whose letter is this?" Hazrat Habib said, "This is the letter from the grandson of Holy Prophet, the one who has given me life in my childhood." As you know the incident, that the father of Habib, he invited Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam at his place. But Habib had died over there, and Imam gave him second life. As per some of the scholars, Habib said, "The one who gave me second life, he has come to Karbala and he has sent a messenger to me with a letter. He has sent the Qasid." The wife says, "So what you have decided?" Now Habib wanted to test the wife, and he said, "I don't know, I am still thinking about it." The wife of Habib started crying and said, "Such a time has come for the grandson of Holy Prophet that you are saying he's given you second life and still you are thinking." She said, "Okay, if you are not going, I am going. I am going to the grandson of Holy Prophet. As you said that there are holy queens, Hazrat Zainab al-Kubra and Hazrat Kulsum and other haram also there in Karbala. So I'll go and support them, even if I become captive." Hazrat Habib said, "I was just testing you, and I'm definitely going." There is no life without Imam Hussain. Azadars, there is no life without Imam Hussain. And that is why you express when you are weeping for Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, leaving every work, every material thing, every worldly thing, and you go and do matam, you do majlis, you go for ziyarat. And when you let out blood for Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, this is actually expression that, "Oh Hussain, we were not there at that time, but my parents be sacrificed for you. I be sacrificed for you. My family members be sacrificed for you. My wealth be sacrificed for you." You're ready to give everything for Imam Hussain. As the Habib said, there's no life without Imam Hussain. He reached Karbala. When he reached Karbala, Fizza said that somebody has come. "Who's that?" Said, "The childhood friend." Hazrat Zainab Kubra started thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and said, "Oh Fizza, tell Abbas to convey my salam to Habib ibn Mazahir. When the salam of Hazrat Zainab Kubra reached Habib ibn Mazahir, Habib ibn Mazahir fell down on the ground of Karbala and he started weeping. Oh Allah, such a time has come on the family of Holy Prophet that the holy queens are sending salam on slaves like us. Habib ibn Mazahir went to Imam Hussein and started crying and said, Oh Mawla, I did not know where you are. You sent the letter and I've just come to you. And Hazrat Zainab Kubra, she sent salam to me. And I can understand that what is the situation in Karbala. Days passed after that. O Azadars, O the mourners of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. Today you are in millions. But in Karbala also, you gather in millions. There are 300 million people sometimes. Sometimes, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. We hear that there are 1 million is around 10 lakhs. So there are, you can say 10, sometimes 30 million, sometimes 50 millions, sometimes 70 million people are there in Karbala. But all around the world, there are many people. There are many people who follow Imam Hussein. They do Azadari. There are millions of them. But at that time in Karbala, there was no one there to support. Allahu Akbar. Today we see Karbala is full of people. But at that time, nobody was there. The days passed, Ashura came. And when Ashura came, and Imam Hussein والسلام, started praying, when he was just preparing for the prayers, he was doing wuzu. Some people say that what was the situation in Karbala? They used that he was doing wuzu. I purposely said this. There was no water. How would he do wuzu? One of the scholars, evil scholars, he says, the water which he used was not drinkable. He does not understand the basic science, the geopolitical science, or geography, in fact. And he does not understand that close to river bank, if you dig the well, there'll always be sweet water in that. It will be drinkable. The person does not understand this. And they say that there was water, Imam did ghusl, Imam also did wuzu. No, there was no water. And that is why, if there was water, the children would say, Al-Atash. The Sakina would say, Al-Atash. The holy queens would say, Al-Atash. Nobody would say that. So on that day, Imam Hussein والسلام, when he was preparing for salat, preparing for namaz, somebody from the army of Yazid, a group of people, they said, "O Hussein, your prayers will not be accepted." Habib ibn Mazahir was so angry on this that he said, "Oh Mawla, I am going to teach them a lesson." Imam said, "Oh Habib," this is the faqih of Imam Hussein. Everyone asks for the permission to go to the battlefield. But Habib is the one who just informed Imam alayhi salam that since they have used such words for you, I am going to teach them a lesson. And Habib, when Imam Hussein Islam said, "Oh Habib, it's the time of prayers," he said, "Oh Mawla, I'll pray behind you with your grandfather. We'll meet on the day of judgment." Habib went to the battlefield. He started killing those people who said such words about Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam. Faqih is the one who cannot stand, who cannot keep quiet about anything which is said against Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam. Such a man is faqih. And that is what Habib was doing. He started attacking on the people in the army of Yazid and said, "What do you think? There's nobody to support Imam?" The old man had a belt around his waist because he was very old. So he was fighting like a young man. But a person who was thirsty and hungry for 3 days, he would not have lasted long. And that is why when he was attacked from all around, he says, "Oh my Mawla Hussein, last salam of your friend, of your slave Habib ibn Mazahir on you. Imam Hussain والسلام, rushed towards the battlefield, and some of the companions also accompanied Imam Hussain والسلام. Imam Hussain والسلام, when he reached, he saw that Habib is still alive, Habib is still breathing, and Habib, when Imam Hussain Islam said that I was waiting for you, oh my Mawla, I was waiting for you. Now I have done your ziyarat, and now I have just one question for you. Are you satisfied with whatever I have done for you? I have not done nothing for you, but still I am just asking, are you radhi with me, oh Abu Abdullah al-Hussain? Imam started crying. He said, oh Habib, I am satisfied with you. My grandfather is satisfied with you, and Allah is satisfied with you. Habib ibn Mazahir passed away. He was martyred, and Imam Hussain والسلام, picked up Habib from the battlefield and brought to the tents. I would say, oh Habib, you are lucky enough that Imam Hussain والسلام, has picked up your body, your dead body, and he's brought it to the tents. But there'll be time of us when Imam Hussain والسلام, will fall down from his horse, and nobody will be there. His body will be trampled, and it will be scattered in pieces in the land of Karbala, and nobody will be there to support Imam Hussain. Allah lanatullah ala al-qawmi az-zalimin. Sayalamu alladhina zalamu ayyan yanqalibun. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Ridan bi qadahi wa tasliman li amri. Oh Allah, accept this majlis. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give us tawfiq to understand the purpose of Karbala. Give us marifat of Abu Abdullah al-Hussain. Oh Allah, protect our youths, protect our elders, protect our sisters and brothers, protect our children and our generations from the political mullahs. Oh Allah, those who have been reciting the fazail of Ahlul Bayt, those who have been doing tabarra, those who have been talking about the azadari of Imam Hussain والسلام, if they are confused, oh Allah, remove the confusions from their mind. And if they have become hypocrites, oh Allah, protect the Mawlais from them. Oh Allah, hasten the reappearance of the son of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya